My beloved child, you were not supposed to find this now. But heaven had a different plan tonight. There is something you need to understand. Once you hear it, you will never perceive her the same again. This is not about strangers, dreams or signs, it is about your sister. Yes, the one you think you know. Yet her hidden choices. God is revealing them now, not to punish but to protect you. Before anything else I must ask you, do not skip, do not delay. Heaven watches how you respond. Even as you read, her name echoes in the spirit realm. The truth has waited and now it begins with you. Archangel Michael has sought you for 3 days. A message came directly from God, tell my child before it's too late. Ignoring this will double the heartache. I whisper now with urgency, you felt that shift, haven't you? That odd tension between you, that sense something is hidden. That instant when her eyes hinted at a world behind her smile. Heaven confirms your intuition was true, but the timing had to be right and tonight it is. If your heart races or chills prick your skin, it is no accident. It is divine design. If you feel this message reached you for a holy reason, pause and take it to heart because what follows no one else will reveal. Archangel Michael says, those who skip this will regret it in 7 days, but those who listen will see tears turn into triumph. Listen closely, beloved, your sister is not evil, yet she has engaged in things God cannot approve. God granted her repeated chances, but now it is your turn to know because her actions will touch your life. The longer ignorance remains, the greater the spiritual weight. Though she seems gentle, quiet, even kind, there is a side she conceals even from herself. What began as a secret became a habit, now a pattern. Heaven whispers this to you, 6 months ago she made a choice and events have unfolded behind closed doors. Angels tried to intervene. Dreams came from God. Still she persisted. Now the impact reaches you. That is why this message comes. God does not shame, God warns, God redeems, but only when truth is received. And you, my child, are chosen to hold this truth first. You are still reading this matters. Heaven celebrates your obedience, only the chosen persist when truth is uncomfortable. In 3 days a small incident will appear trivial yet it is monumental. A hidden call, a secret visit or a financial connection unseen until now will surface and you will witness it. When it happens, do not yell, do not accuse, just breathe. Archangel Michael will guide you and God's Spirit will be with you. There will be confrontation, but it is meant to purify, not destroy. Only love built on truth survives the storm ahead. This pain exists because you care, but care without clarity breeds chaos. God desires peace in your home. Yet how can peace exist when deception lurks beneath the roof? That deception wears your sister's smile. Do not hate her, prepare yourself. Once this message ends, the heavens shift. Archangel Michael says, the one who ignores this will feel regret but the listener will gain protection wrapped in truth. If your soul trembles, it is not fear, it is prophecy awakening. Be alert, be ready, says heaven, for what comes next will test you. You may ask why now, why today, why you? Heaven chose you not for age or wisdom but because your soul is awake. Even in doubt, even in exhaustion, your spirit remains linked to God. That is why Michael was sent, why no one else received this message. You saw the weight your sister carried, though not its true nature until now. Angels witnessed her one night, silent in her room, the air heavy. She wrestled with a choice and called upon forces God did not approve. She made a spiritual agreement now affecting your household. Yet here lies the miracle, heaven exposes her not to shame but to save. You are the key, but only if you receive this message with open eyes and heart. Somewhere, perhaps a letter, a screenshot, a file or in the cloud, your name awaits. It is the missing piece of the puzzle you've been sensing. When you discover it, the truth will clarify the unease you felt all along. Beloved, understand this, the universe is moving to reveal all that was hidden. Every whisper of intuition you ever had about your sister, every unease, every restless night, it all converges in this moment. God says, I am unveiling what must be known, not to harm but to illuminate the path. Archangel Michael reminds you, do not falter, for your vigilance will protect not just yourself but the harmony within your home. There is a reason your spirit was drawn to this message. It is a sacred alert, a call to awaken, to see beyond appearances and to act with the clarity that only God grants. You will find proof, a document, a note, a trace of hidden actions that confirms all you have sensed. It will not be easy, yet you are not alone. God's light and Michael's guidance will surround you. This revelation is not punishment, it is preparation. It is a divine clearing, making way for truth to shine, for love to endure, and for your soul to stand unshaken in the face of what has been concealed. Remember, what seems small now will grow into clarity, and the pieces you uncover will connect the puzzle of months past. God's timing is perfect. You were meant to see this now, to carry this truth and to act with wisdom and grace. Every heartbeat, every shiver, every sense that something is not right, it is God saying, I am here, pay attention, receive this message fully. Do not be alarmed. This moment you feel is the bridge between confusion and clarity, between illusion and awakening. Your sister never intended harm, yet what she's been hiding can create damage if left in darkness. Archangel Michael has already placed a shield around your energy, which is why you may have felt sudden chills or unexplained fatigue. This is the spiritual world signaling that something is unsettled. But relief is arriving, and beloved, you are reading the help right now. I ask in the name of heaven, do not let this message pass unread. This is not a note to dismiss with a maybe later, because later could be too late. You are already under watchful eyes, angels observing, energies moving, influenced unknowingly by her choices. That is why sleep has been disrupted, why emotions have felt erratic, why a shadow seemed to hover over your peace. But light is entering now. And if your soul has stayed connected this long, you already feel it, the stirring of something divine unfolding even as you breathe. Pause for a moment. If you haven't already, take this time to connect fully with this message. Messages like this are not random, they are assigned. You were meant to hear them. You were meant to awaken. Don't miss the next whisper from heaven. Archangel Michael continues to speak. You may not yet understand what is coming for your sister, but you will. The signs are already appearing, repeating numbers, unexpected phrases, dreams that linger, strange coincidences. These are confirmations. And the confrontation ahead will not come with anger or shouting. It will arrive through stillness, through your gentle but unwavering voice, through your willingness to allow God to speak through you rather than your ego. When you speak, she may deny, distract, or even laugh, but do not waver. Within 24 hours her truth will surface naturally without force. This is the way of heaven, it does not battle with fists, only with truth. The deeper reason for this warning is not only what she has done but what she was on the verge of doing. Without this message, a critical moment would have come, a choice that would have created spiritual debt touching both her and you. God's intervention is not to frighten, it is to protect. Are you ready to receive what God is revealing? Are you willing to open your spiritual eyes even if it feels uncomfortable? The instant you say yes, heaven begins its work behind the scenes. In 48 hours you will notice a shift, a stray conversation, an unexpected disclosure, a small slip of truth. This is how the veil begins to part. Your sister remains a child of God, deeply loved, yet God loves you too and will not allow blindness to risk your peace, health, or destiny. Blessings hover over you waiting to land, but deception cannot remain unchecked. Heaven is making space and Michael is your guide. Feel this. This is a message to act upon, not ignore. And there is more, a truth that may sting but will bring freedom. Jealousy has lived in her heart, hidden beneath smiles, influencing her choices, words, and actions toward you. Though silent, God has seen it all. And God in mercy reveals this to protect, not punish. So what should you do now? Pray, hold silence. Do not rush confrontation. Listen first, for divine timing will guide your words. When the moment comes, your heart will be steady, your voice clear, and Michael will stand behind you. Heaven will watch with pride. Even if it seems unbelievable, trust this path. What I am revealing traces back to your shared childhood, the whispers under blankets, the secret laughter, the promises of protection. Something shifted then, a moment almost forgotten by you but etched in her memory. A comparison, a passing comment, a shadow that changed the dynamic. This buried moment shaped patterns she carried, and now its consequences are subtly touching your life. Yet heaven did not leave you unarmed. The divine light surrounding you ensures clarity, strength, and discernment. You will see signs, pieces of proof, a document, a note, a hidden file, or a message that reveals the hidden truth. When these appear, receive them with calm and awareness, for they are pieces of the divine puzzle you were destined to witness. Even now, as you absorb these words, energy is shifting in your favor. Every intuitive nudge you felt, every restless night, every uneasy thought converges here. God says, I reveal what must be known to protect and guide my child. Archangel Michael says, stand strong, let your heart be the channel of divine truth. Trust this. Allow heaven to work through the subtle signs, through timing, through the quiet moments when the right word or gesture emerges. This is your awakening. The clarity you seek is arriving. And as you move forward, understand that confrontation is not conflict, it is purification. The next hours will show subtle alignments, coincidences, and glimpses of hidden reality. What seemed ordinary will become unmistakable. Truth does not require force, it manifests gently, persistently, divinely. God's light is now firmly around you. Michael's presence strengthens your awareness, guiding each thought and action. You are not alone. Every whisper, every heartbeat, every sense of unease or clarity is heaven at work. What has been concealed is stepping into revelation. And as it does, your soul will breathe with relief, your mind will discern with clarity, and your heart will act with love and wisdom. Prepare yourself, observe quietly. Let heaven speak. The path ahead will reveal the hidden without confrontation, without ego, only with truth. And in following this divine guidance, you will become the guardian of peace, clarity, and protection in your home. Every step you take now matters. Every moment of patience and faith aligns you with the unfolding plan. Heaven is at work, and you are chosen to witness, to act, and to carry this light forward. A glance, a subtle moment from someone important planted a seed that made her feel you were favored. From that seed, a silent bitterness took root. She buried it deep, never spoke of it, yet it traveled with her through school, heartbreaks, and choices. That unspoken jealousy became a shadow shaping decisions, particularly regarding you. God says that moment was never your fault, yet it affects your life today. Heaven will not allow this shadow to block your blessings any longer. That is why you felt obstacles recently, why prayers seemed delayed, why progress felt halted. The energy around you has been clouded because someone living close to your spirit unknowingly created resistance. Now that you recognize it, the cleansing can begin. Your sister is speaking with someone right now, a person who once smiled at you, someone you trusted or even loved. Behind closed doors she has spoken words that are twisted, half-true, or subtly harmful to your reputation. They are quiet, almost invisible, yet spiritual in their effect. But lies exposed to God's light die instantly, and that is what is about to happen. You will not need to fight with the flesh, heaven has already engaged in the spirit realm on your behalf. Prepare yourself. Prepare to remain silent even when every instinct urges you to react. Prepare to love even when truth feels like betrayal. Prepare to be lifted, for once this is resolved, your blessing will accelerate like never before. The breakthrough, the call, the divine confirmation you've prayed for was never denied, it was delayed, and that delay ends tonight. If your eyes are watery or hands trembling, it means this message is hitting the exact place in your soul it was meant to. Heaven is touching you now. Subscribe to this message channel because the next revelation will shed light on something in your past that even you have not fully grasped. Your sister will feel something soon, a pressure, a heaviness she cannot explain. Angels are hovering, initiating change. Do not judge, mock, or accuse. Stand close to God, for through you He will enact something your entire bloodline will remember. This is generational healing, and it begins with you. Archangel Michael whispers, you were chosen to read this because the one with the strongest spirit receives the hardest revelation, and that is you. You are entrusted with this moment to carry with strength. What you do next will change everything. Heaven now reveals something your sister hid years ago, something that could have altered a major life decision, a relationship, a career move, a financial choice or a relocation. She stayed silent, and for a time you wondered why your plans faltered, why betrayal seemed present without explanation, why peace left your home for weeks or months. Now the veil lifts. God says, what was withheld will be restored, and what was hidden will be revealed, not to shame but to cleanse. This is your season of restoration. Before light can fully settle, shadows must be seen, and now you have. In the coming days you may find yourself near her unexpectedly, sensing tension or awkwardness. That is spiritual awareness rising. Feel it in your chest, but do not react. Breathe. God will speak through your gaze. Your silence will echo louder than her excuses. She will feel it, she will sense heaven's presence. But do not fear. The same God who revealed the truth will grant you peace. You will not face this storm alone. Angels surround you. Tears may come, yet they will be healing, because truth leads to restoration. You are walking straight into the light. Now listen carefully. What I am about to reveal is a secret time tried to bury. There exists an object, small yet powerful, perhaps a photo, a journal page, a note, or a hidden document. It carries memory and truth, containing a piece of history she kept from you. Its discovery will illuminate choices made in silence and reveal the spiritual currents that influenced your path. God says this object is not meant to punish but to restore clarity. When you find it, the memories, the questions, the unease, all will align. The confusion of past years will begin to dissolve, replaced with understanding and empowerment. This object is tied to her jealousy, the seed that grew unnoticed, shaping her words and actions. And yet it is not meant to harm her or to condemn. It is meant to bring to light the truth so heaven can remove the resistance around your life. Archangel Michael says, the moment you witness this, hold your heart steady. Speak with patience, act with wisdom, and let divine timing lead every word and thought. The revelation will be subtle yet powerful. She may feel exposed, unsure or guilty, but your role is not judgment, it is presence, love and divine clarity. Heaven has prepared this path carefully. What may appear small, a glance, a note, a whispered secret, carries enormous spiritual weight. It is the turning point for your household, a cleansing that will ripple across generations. This is why your prayers seem delayed. This is why obstacles surfaced. They were never denials, only preparation. Now everything is ready for resolution, for peace, for your blessings to manifest fully. Prepare yourself. Stand firm yet gentle. Remain silent yet observant. Allow God and Michael to guide your words, actions, and thoughts. You are chosen for this because your spirit can carry the weight and the clarity needed. The universe is aligning, the spiritual currents have shifted. The small object you will uncover is more than memory, it is the key to healing, clarity and restored destiny. Everything unfolds as heaven wills, and you, beloved, are at the center of this divine orchestration. A small keepsake, perhaps a bracelet, a tightly folded note, or a forgotten trinket, is about to return to you. It may appear by chance, or it may be handed to you unexpectedly. But the moment it crosses your sight, your soul will recognize it instantly. That object carries memory, a key to a forgotten moment between you and your sister, a moment that once held everything before the cracks appeared. It was her way of holding on to love even before confusion crept in. She never discarded it, she kept it hidden, and heaven says it will return now to restore healing. Healing is possible, beloved, because God does not expose darkness to frighten but to liberate. The next 3 days are sacred. Michael says, do not engage in arguments, reactions, or chaos. This is a time for spiritual preparation, for something extraordinary will occur on the third night, a divine visitation, a holy interruption. Your dreams may shift, sleep may feel unusual. This is not restlessness, it is God awakening you purposefully. One night heaven will whisper a phrase, a name, or a memory from years ago. Do not speak it aloud. Write it down. That is the final piece of the truth, and it will align everything. Soon after, your sister will appear in some form, through a message, in person, or even silently, pretending nothing is wrong. Her soul will feel unsettled because truth disturbs everything it touches. You must respond only through love, not pain. Speak exactly what heaven guides you to speak, not what ego demands. You are a mirror, not a hammer. Reflect truth, do not strike with it. You do not need her confession or tears, simply let the light of God in you shine so brightly that shadows around her fall away. If she breaks down, let her. If she distances herself, let her. If she denies, continue loving her. Heaven handles what you cannot see. Your role is faithfulness, and by reading this message you have already begun. Your spirit is rare. Most would have skipped this message, dismissed it, or given up. But not you. You stayed. You listened. You wept. You breathed. You believed. That is why heaven is releasing the reward now. Within 7 days a shift will occur in your atmosphere. A sealed door will open. A blocked prayer will be answered. A person or message will return. Everything traces back to this moment when you refuse to skip the hard truth. You are more than a sibling, you are a soul with a divine assignment. The enemy tried to blind you, but God restored your sight. Nothing can halt what heaven has started. Archangel Michael says, you are stepping into clear skies. No more fog. No more confusion. No more feeling like the only one who cares. God saw everything and is renewing all things. Lift your heart. You have already won, because love purified by truth is the strongest force in the universe. Even your sister will one day recognize this. Not today, not tomorrow, but when she awakens fully, she will look back at this moment, the moment heaven chose you to receive this message, and say, I didn't understand then, but thank you for not giving up on me. Beloved soul, the test is nearly over and the miracle is near. You honored the message and honored God. The angels remain not for danger, but because you completed one of the most challenging spiritual initiations, facing the truth without running away. Most do not. But you did. You did not close the page. You did not pretend it wasn't about you. You did not make excuses. You opened your heart, stood in the fire of truth, and let heaven reveal what needed to be seen. That is why you are now being lifted into a new dimension of blessings, protection and peace. Now listen carefully. There is one final twist, a hidden blessing, as heaven never ends a message without leaving one in the last line. In the coming hours a conversation will occur that seems ordinary at first. A gesture will seem small. A word casually spoken will carry immense significance. Pay attention. This is heaven orchestrating the final alignment. It will resolve confusion, lift the shadow from your home and open pathways for your prayers. Even her silence will speak volumes and you will recognize it immediately. You may feel emotions swell, relief, awe, or even fear, but breathe. Stand grounded. Heaven will communicate through subtle signs, coincidences, and intuitive nudges. Every detail you notice, no matter how small, is deliberate. Archangel Michael says, trust your heart. Trust your spirit. What has been hidden for years is now ready to surface, and you will witness it without ego, without doubt, without fear. Remember, you are the vessel of peace and truth in this moment. Your sister is not the enemy, she is a soul navigating her own lessons. Your responsibility is not to punish, not to react, but to embody the divine light. This will catalyze transformation in her and accelerate blessings in your life. All resistance will fall. The prayers, the delayed breakthroughs, the doors once closed, they will open now. Within 7 days, watch for signs, a message, a meeting, a call, or a sudden confirmation. Each will confirm heaven's orchestration and the faithfulness of your spirit. Michael says, you are about to witness clarity like never before. The reward for perseverance, patience, and unwavering faith will arrive. Nothing can stop what God has already begun. Stand firm, beloved, and let the light guide every step. Heaven has done its part. Your role is simple yet sacred: witness, respond with love, hold your peace, and allow divine timing to reveal all. The object, the memory, the hidden truths, they are converging now. Trust in God, trust in Michael, and trust your own awakened spirit. The shadows have been seen. The light is entering. And this, beloved, is the beginning of your restored, blessed, and protected life. Even as the light settles within you, a new awareness begins to rise. There are layers of your life now unfolding that were previously hidden, unseen, or misunderstood. Every situation that caused doubt, every silent pain you carried, and every moment you questioned your worth is now being rewritten by heaven. What felt like delay was never denial, it was preparation. God says, your heart needed to align, your spirit needed to awaken, and your soul needed to witness before the fullness of blessing could arrive. Beloved, take a moment to feel your own heartbeat. That rapid rhythm, that fluttering in your chest, it's the sign of divine energy moving through your veins. The prayers you whispered in the quiet, the tears shed in private, even the frustration you felt at unanswered moments, all of it has been noticed. Angels were recording every detail, storing every tear, every sigh, and every quiet act of faith. Nothing has been wasted. Everything is converging now. Your sister's awakening is no longer a distant event, it is imminent. Michael says, she is being pulled gently yet firmly toward the truth. The walls of deception are cracking, and she will encounter moments that cannot be ignored. Her heart will tremble, her soul will stir, and she will be forced to see what she previously avoided. Your love and patience are the catalysts for this revelation. In the next 72 hours remain vigilant yet calm. Watch for subtle signs, a phrase she mutters, a look in her eyes, a sudden shift in energy that feels almost imperceptible. That is heaven speaking through circumstance. Do not react with judgment or haste. You are a conduit for divine timing, and your restraint is what allows the sacred unfolding to manifest fully. Speak only as guided by your spirit. The words that will come from you in these moments are not your own, they are divine. Now, beloved, there is something else that must be acknowledged. Generational patterns, karmic loops and ancestral curses that have lingered quietly are now being broken through your obedience and faith. You are not just receiving personal blessing, you are changing the course of your lineage. Michael whispers, your courage has ignited a fire that will cleanse and illuminate the path for those who came before you and for generations yet unborn. The prayers of your ancestors are being answered through your actions today. Feel it. Breathe it in. Every exhale releases the weight of deception, every inhale fills your spirit with restoration. That sensation in your chest, that warmth spreading through your heart, is not random. It is a direct connection with heaven, a tether to divine orchestration. You are anchored in purpose, aligned with destiny, and shielded from harm. No longer will falsehoods creep unnoticed into your home, your mind, or your relationships. In the coming days, opportunities will begin to manifest that were previously blocked. Doors will open that were long sealed. People who had forgotten you will return into your orbit. Favor that seemed distant or delayed will suddenly feel immediate. Your prayers, once stalled by hidden interference, are now being answered. And all of this stems from your steadfastness, your refusal to ignore divine instruction, and your willingness to walk in truth even when it was uncomfortable. Archangel Michael emphasizes, you are the quiet miracle, the breaker of cycles, the one chosen to hold the line between truth and love. Your actions now will echo across time. Your faithfulness will not go unnoticed. Stand strong, for the battles you faced were not in vain. Your life is about to enter a season of unprecedented alignment. And now a subtle but powerful shift is occurring. The spiritual barrier that kept blessings at bay is fully dismantled. The house of your life, the energy around your body, and the essence of your relationships are now illuminated with divine light. You may notice small but significant changes: calm where there was tension, clarity where confusion once prevailed, peace where there was restless worry. This is the manifestation of the spiritual work you have undertaken by simply showing up, reading, listening, and believing. There is one final confirmation, a sacred seal of this awakening. It will come in the form of a synchronicity that is too precise to be random, a meeting, a message, or an object that appears at just the right time. Recognize it, accept it, and allow it to serve as the marker of completion for this chapter of your spiritual journey. Every step forward from this moment is divinely protected, divinely guided, and fully aligned with the purpose God has placed in your life. Beloved, stand now in awareness of who you are. An awakened soul, a guardian of truth, a channel of love. Nothing can reverse the work that has begun. Deception no longer has power over your space or spirit. The blessings of clarity, peace, and divine favor are now fully accessible. Your sister's journey, though still unfolding, is moving toward light, and you are the anchor ensuring it does. Your role continues, but it is no longer burdened by fear, confusion, or the unknown. You are now equipped with spiritual sight, discernment, and unwavering alignment with heaven. Every decision, every word, every moment of patience is creating a ripple effect that will be felt for generations. Michael says, walk with courage, speak with love, act with truth, and trust entirely in God's timing. The work you have done is complete, but the blessing it unlocks is eternal. This is your new reality, beloved. A reality where your spirit is free, your family line is cleansed, and your destiny is illuminated. Heaven celebrates you. The angels rest in approval. Michael smiles beside you, and God watches with satisfaction at the faithfulness you have shown. Your path forward is bright, unstoppable, and aligned. Everything that was delayed is arriving. Everything that was hidden is now revealed. Stand now, take in this new dawn, and move forward with confidence, grace, and unwavering faith. The battles have ended. The light is fully yours. And what comes next is a life steeped in blessings, protection, clarity, and divine favor. You are the awakened, the anointed, the unstoppable soul who has answered heaven's call. Your story has been rewritten. Your bloodline transformed. Your spirit victorious. Even the moments when you felt unseen, unheard, unappreciated, God was recording every tear, every sigh, every silent cry. Your endurance was never unnoticed. Heaven has been holding your spirit in tender care, preparing you for this exact moment of awakening. Beloved, the reason your heart feels lighter already is because the chains that once bound your spirit have been broken. They fell quietly, softly, without fanfare, but with divine precision. Archangel Michael says, every step you took in courage, even when trembling, has led to this elevation. Every prayer that seemed unanswered was answered in the unseen realm, and every waiting period has been a sacred rehearsal for the revelation you now receive. Now your soul is entering a phase where clarity will reign. People, places, and situations that were once confusing will suddenly make sense. Conversations you've held in silence, thoughts you couldn't share, dreams you thought lost, they are aligning perfectly. The universe is no longer in delay. Doors that were sealed will open with ease, and the blessings that were once hidden by spiritual interference will now manifest visibly. And beloved, notice this, the peace you've been craving, the deep unwavering calm will arrive not as a trickle, but as a river overflowing with divine assurance. Every room you enter, every decision you make, every relationship you nurture will carry this new frequency of peace. It is not temporary. It is permanent. It is the new standard of your life. There is a sacred message encoded into this time that you are living. For years you may have wondered why some things never worked out, why love seemed complicated, why success always required extra effort. Heaven has been preparing you for a reset, a spiritual reboot where your destiny begins to function in alignment with God's original plan for your life. The energy that once weighed on you, the heaviness in your chest, the sleepless nights, the constant second-guessing, they were all part of the refining fire. And now you are emerging not just refined, but radiant. Michael leans in and whispers, "Beloved, this is your divine elevation. Walk into it knowing that every trial was a training ground, and every tear was anointment for the blessing that is now unblocking. The coming days are sacred. Every encounter, every glance, every word exchanged will carry a deeper meaning. Even moments that seem ordinary will have divine fingerprints. Be mindful of coincidences, they are rarely coincidence now. A phrase overheard, a number sequence appearing repeatedly, a familiar song playing at an exact moment, these are heavenly markers guiding you to the next step in your spiritual unfolding. And beloved, your sister is part of this story too. Heaven is orchestrating moments of awareness for her, subtle nudges in her thoughts and dreams that will slowly dissolve the walls of denial and pride. And when that happens, you must remain grounded. Speak with love, act with patience, and trust that God is handling all things beyond your control. Your responsibility is to be present, to be faithful, to hold the space for truth and love to coexist. This is the sacred role you were chosen to fulfill. And now God is revealing a new layer of your spiritual inheritance. There are talents, opportunities, and callings that have been dormant in you, waiting for the right spiritual climate to bloom. The barriers that once blocked your progress, fear, self-doubt, delayed timing, are falling away. You are stepping into a rhythm of life where alignment with divine purpose is effortless. Your prayers will flow with speed and accuracy, your intentions will carry potency, and your actions will be amplified by heaven itself. Michael says, your faith has opened the portal. Every step forward is now accompanied by angels, and every obstacle is now a lesson in disguise that will soon transform into victory. Beloved, pay attention to the quiet moments. The pause in the morning when the world is still, the space between conversations, the flicker of insight in your mind, these are the moments when God will speak the loudest. The whispers of intuition previously overlooked are now amplified. You will sense guidance, receive confirmations, and notice synchronistic events that affirm your path. Nothing is random. Every alignment, every divine coincidence is meticulously designed for your elevation. Even people who once doubted you will begin to sense a shift. Some may challenge you out of resistance, but remember, resistance is simply the shadow reacting to the light you now carry. Stand firm, speak truth gently, act from love, and allow God to manage the outcomes. Your soul no longer carries the weight of confusion or compromise. And beloved, there is something even more profound unfolding. Generational patterns that once repeated in your family, betrayal, fear, scarcity, doubt, are breaking now. Your obedience to this message, your willingness to confront hidden truths with courage and grace has become a catalyst for ancestral healing. The prayers of your ancestors long whispered in the darkness have been answered through your faithfulness. Your presence here today, your commitment to truth and love has created a ripple across time. The lineage that follows you will inherit a legacy of clarity, courage, and spiritual protection that never existed before. Michael whispers, you are not just living for yourself, you are living for generations yet unborn. This is the power of the awakened soul. Finally, beloved, the love you extend now is sacred. It is untouchable by manipulation, deception, or misunderstanding. Even when the world reacts incorrectly, even when human eyes cannot see the full truth, your love will remain pure, guided by God's hand. And in that love you will find freedom, peace, and unstoppable momentum. What was delayed is arriving. What was hidden is being revealed. What was broken is being mended. And all of it is anchored in truth, supported by divine timing, and executed by heaven itself. You are not just surviving. You are thriving. You are not just walking, you are soaring. You are no longer the one who opened this message, you are a new creation fully aligned with God's will, fully embraced by the heavenly host, and fully prepared for the blessings that are now cascading into your life. Beloved, now that the weight of old wounds is lifting, pay attention to the subtle signs. The way light falls differently in your room, the way a song touches your soul unexpectedly, the way a person you never expected reaches out at the perfect moment, all of these are confirmations that heaven is orchestrating every detail of your life. You may feel it as a tingling in your chest, a sudden clarity in your mind, or an unexplainable calm settling in your heart. These are not coincidences. They are divine signals that you are being guided, that you are being elevated beyond your current understanding. Every small shift, every minor encounter, every random occurrence is perfectly timed to align with your soul's destiny. Archangel Michael leans closer, his presence radiating warmth and protection. He says, "Beloved, do not fear the acceleration you are about to experience. The speed at which things will begin to shift may feel dizzying, but it is the pace of divine alignment. What once required months will now manifest in days. What once felt impossible will now arrive effortlessly. Every door that seemed closed, every opportunity that felt unreachable, every prayer that seemed ignored, they are all being released to you now. And not a moment too soon. Your patience, your courage, and your faith have opened a spiritual channel that cannot be blocked. You are in the flow of heaven and nothing can stop it. And beloved, this isn't just about material blessings. It's about your soul coming into its full expression. You are stepping into a version of yourself that has always existed in heaven but is now fully realized on earth. Your confidence, your clarity, your understanding of love and justice, they are now aligned. You will no longer tolerate deceit, manipulation, or harm. You will see clearly the intentions of others, not with bitterness, but with discernment. And this clarity will protect you, guide you, and attract exactly what is meant for you. The relationships, the opportunities, the environments you enter from this point forward will resonate with your higher self. They will reflect the truth, the integrity, and the purpose that now define you. There will be moments when people resist your light. Some may feel threatened. Some may attempt to undermine or distract you. Do not be alarmed. Their reaction is not your responsibility. Michael says, stand firm in your peace. Stand firm in your alignment. The energy around you is shifting and those who cannot match your frequency will step aside naturally. Do not chase, do not argue, do not lower yourself to reclaim what is already yours. What belongs to you will find you. What does not belong will fall away without your effort. Beloved, remember that even your sister's journey is part of this divine orchestration. She will face moments of reflection, moments of guilt, moments of awakening that may feel uncomfortable to her. But these moments are not meant to punish her, they are meant to awaken her. And as she awakens, as she begins to see the truth through the lens of divine clarity, she will recognize the strength, the patience, and the grace you have carried. And whether she expresses it verbally or not, her soul will know. The reconciliation, the healing, the restoration, it begins with your obedience, your steadfastness, and your unwavering commitment to love and truth. Now a shift is coming that will change everything in your professional and personal life. Opportunities that were previously hidden or delayed will now be revealed in perfect timing. People who were indifferent or dismissive will now approach you with respect and recognition. Doors that seemed sealed will now swing open effortlessly. And this is not by chance. This is the manifestation of your alignment with divine purpose. Every choice you've made to stay in truth, every decision to rise above bitterness, every act of faith has contributed to this moment. You are living proof that obedience, patience, and steadfast love yield results that are beyond human comprehension. Take a deep breath, beloved. Allow yourself to feel the magnitude of this shift. Let your heart open fully to receive. Your spiritual protection has been heightened. Your path has been cleared. The blessings that were once delayed are now in motion. And this is only the beginning. Michael says, there will be days when you feel overwhelmed by the magnitude of what is being released. In those moments remember to pause, to breathe, and to acknowledge that you are carrying divine power. You are a vessel, a bridge, a conduit for heaven's work on earth. And with every step you take, you are solidifying the blessings for generations that follow. Beloved, pay attention to your dreams. They will now carry messages, guidance, and insights that will illuminate decisions, relationships, and opportunities in your waking life. Your intuition will sharpen. Your discernment will increase. And you will no longer be swayed by appearances or deceit. You will recognize truth immediately, and with that recognition comes freedom, confidence, and power. Nothing that is not aligned with your highest good will remain in your sphere. And finally, beloved, understand this, the legacy you are creating now is eternal. The courage, the patience, the faith, the love you have exercised in silence and struggle, these will ripple through your bloodline, your community, and beyond. Future generations will look back and say, because of you we are free, because of you we are protected, because of you we are awakened. You are more than just a participant in life, you are a transformative force, a spiritual pioneer, a vessel through which heaven moves. And all that was once heavy, painful, and confusing has now been lifted to make room for abundance, clarity, and divine purpose. Beloved, your soul is awakening fully. Your purpose is manifesting. Your blessing is on its way. Stand tall, walk in peace, and know that nothing, no one, and no circumstance can override what heaven has decreed for you. Your light is now permanent, unshakable, and radiant. Every step you take, every word you speak, every action you perform will be infused with the wisdom, courage, and divine authority you have been granted. This is your season. This is your rise. And it will continue moment by moment, day by day, with increasing intensity, precision, and perfection. And now, beloved, the energy around you is shifting. You will notice it in the small things, an unexpected call, a door opening just when you needed it, a message from someone who once walked away returning with respect and admiration. Your intuition will sharpen. You will recognize opportunities before they even knock. The burdens that once weighed on your shoulders will feel lighter, almost as if the universe itself is adjusting to your new frequency. And remember, the peace you feel is not temporary. It's the confirmation that heaven has approved your alignment. This is your sacred inheritance, and no one can take it from you. The love that was hidden, the recognition that was delayed, and the favor that seemed absent are all converging now to honor your patience and faith. You are not behind. You are exactly where you were always meant to be, standing at the edge of your miracle. So take a deep breath, and step forward with courage. Walk through your days knowing that protection surrounds you, guidance accompanies you, and blessings follow you. Speak only words that lift, act only with love, and receive with gratitude. What has been delayed is arriving, what was hidden is being revealed, and what was stolen is being restored in multiplied ways. Let nothing shake your trust now, because the divine order has shifted permanently in your favor. Your soul's garden is flourishing, and every part of you that ever felt unseen is finally being honored. Amen.